Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're opening up the AI Productivity Toolkit. We're going to show you how these new AI models can absolutely supercharge your work, basically turning the tasks you dread into brand new opportunities. You know the feeling, right? You're staring at this mountain of reports, trying to pull out the important stuff. Or maybe it's that blinking cursor on a blank page just staring back at you when a deadline is breathing down your neck. It's that feeling of just having way too much to do and not nearly enough inspiration to get it done.
Okay, now what if you had a new kind of coworker, one who's always on, doesn't need coffee, and is ready to jump on those challenges like right now? This is an assistant that goes beyond just managing your to-do list. It actually helps you cut through all that noise and find your next great idea.
All right, let's get into it. We are talking about large language models, or LLMs for short. And look, these are not some far-off sci-fi concept anymore. They are real, powerful tools that are ready to become one of the most valuable things you use at work. So what even is an LLM? Well, think of it as a super advanced pattern matcher. It has digested a massive amount of the internet, books, articles, websites, to learn how words relate to each other. This lets it predict the next best word in a sentence, which is how it can generate these incredibly human-like responses to whatever you ask it to do. So today, we're going to pop open this AI toolkit and look at 5 essential tools inside. We've got the Instant Summarizer, the Creative Content Engine, the Smart Data Sorter, the Ultimate Problem Solver, and of course, your very own expert editor. First up, our first tool, and honestly, this one's a total game changer. We all have to read through these long, dense documents and endless email chains. But what if you could just get the main points instantly without having to read every single word? And here it is in action. It's kind of magic. On the left, you've got this super dense paragraph on project management, full of jargon. On the right, the LLM has boiled it all down to one single, clear sentence that gets right to the point. That's the difference between minutes of reading and just a few seconds of understanding. And here's the best part. This is how you do it. This is the exact instruction, the prompt, that got that result. It's not complicated code, it's just plain English. A clear, direct command. Just remember, the better your instruction, the better the result you're going to get. Okay, tool number 2. This is for anyone who has ever been defeated by that blank page. The Creative Content Engine is basically your new brainstorming buddy, built to take you from zero to a solid first draft in just a few moments. So let's say you have to write an article for new people on your team. You give the LLM this task, and notice how specific it is. You're defining the topic, data visualization best practices, and the audience, entry-level business analysts. Giving it that context is absolutely crucial. And boom, from that one prompt, you get this, a perfectly logical, well-structured outline. It's a solid framework that's ready for you to start filling in. This doesn't just save a little time, it saves you hours of that initial painful brainstorming and organizing. So, creating new stuff is cool, but what about making sense of the information we already have? You know, all that messy, unstructured data like customer reviews? That's where tool number 3, the Smart Data Sorter, comes in. It turns that chaos into organized insight. And the process is so simple. You just give the AI the raw text, in this case, a bunch of customer reviews. Then you give it a simple job, classify the sentiment. The LLM does all the hard work of reading and sorting for you. And the result is, well, it's awesome. The LLM took all those different opinions and neatly sorted them into positive, negative, and neutral. Just like that, a wall of text becomes structured data that you can actually use to make decisions. Now, here's where things get really interesting. LLMs aren't just for organizing stuff that's already there. They can be a fantastic partner for coming up with brand new solutions to really tough business problems.
Let's use a real-world example. Picture an entrepreneur with a new service, and they need some ideas for how to grow. They can ask the LLM this exact strategic question. And just look at what it comes up with from that one question. These aren't just generic suggestions. These are specific, creative, and actionable strategies. Partnering with universities, creating pricing tiers, building social proof. These are real ideas the business can start working on immediately. And for our 5th and final tool, let's look at something we all struggle with, getting our message just right. An LLM can be your own expert editor, helping you tweak the tone, style, and clarity of your writing for whoever needs to read it. This is a perfect example. On the left, you have this super technical, engineering-heavy description of an electric car motor. With a simple prompt to make it easier to understand, the LLM translates it into the version on the right. Clear, simple, and focused on the benefit to the driver. Same information, just spoken in a different language.
So there you have it, 5 incredibly powerful tools ready for you to use today. You can summarize to save time, create to beat writer's block, classify to find hidden insights, solve problems to find new strategies, and edit to make sure your message always lands perfectly.
Look, this technology isn't some abstract idea anymore. It's a real, practical toolkit that's available to you right now. So the real question isn't if these tools will change things, but what you're going to build with them. What problems will you solve? Thanks for watching.